Who let the dogs out? Woo! Hey there, and welcome to the Totally First Crochet channel. My name's Thomas, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful crochet dog paw scarf. It's super fun, super easy to make, and it's the perfect accessory for every dog lover. Who doesn't want to have such a cute dog paw scarf? I do. It's perfect for spring days, and it even has spring colors. You can make it as long as you like, just like this, and it looks super cute with those little dog paws all over. And on top, it has that super twisted fringe. So let's get ready to make yourself such a perfect dog paw scarf. So in order to make this beautiful, super cute dog paw scarf, here's what you need. First up, the yarn. The yarn I used is from Pingouin. It's called Pingo First, and I don't even know if there's... Yes, the color is called pastel, and I just love it because it looks so much like spring, like all those beautiful colors that you would actually see um, in spring flowers. And you have the blues, the whites, the yellows, the greens. It's just so cute, but you can always use any kind of yarn that you like, that inspires you. Um, just make sure that you pick the right hook size. Here it's indicated in the back that I would need a hook size 3 to 3.5 millimeters. Actually, I'm going to use a bit of a bigger hook simply because I want to have this very easy, soft breathing texture, I would call it. So that is why I chose a 4.5 millimeter hook. And since this is the beginning of spring and I wanted to pop in some even more colors, so I chose my Pride hook from Furls. All the materials are also linked in the description as always. Then, of course, some scissors, and for the end to sew those last pieces in, some yarn, a yarn needle. And what I actually prepared for you is a written pattern that I'm also going to link in the description, so you can download the PDF and follow along all the stitches. And as you can see, the rounds 2 to 10 are then basically like, let's see if I can show you, like this. So this is rounds 1 to 10 here. So the first set has like 4 dog paws, and then the second has 3, so it alternates throughout. And once you've finished round number 10, you just repeat the rows 2 to 10 all the way through until you reach the length of your scarf, just like I did it here. So it's completely up to you. You can also, if you feel like this is too wide for you, you can always shorten it and just make it a little bit shorter, or if you want to have it longer, you can make it longer. It's completely up to you. And I'm going to leave the pattern right here underneath, so we can always go back and check how many stitches we need, or how I would do it, because as you know, I usually don't work with written patterns that much, but for this one I thought it's actually quite good to have it. Once you made like your first 10 rows, you won't need this written pattern anymore, because you can always check on the finished scarf part to see what stitches come next. So let's start. I actually have my I don't even know how to call this, a yarn pile, or I don't know. Um, Sometimes I take the yarn from the inside, but recently every time I did it, I gave birth to a huge yarn baby. So I'm going to use this now, which makes it easier. And we can then start already with our round one or row one. And this is right here. You can do it like you do it with most crochet patterns, that you start with a chain. Um, for this one, and like I always do with scarves, is that I start with a foundation round, mainly because it's a bit more stable and not so thin, and I can then later on just turn the work around and have all the stitches right in front of me to start with round number 2. So I'm going to show you how to make a foundation round. For that, you would leave a longer yarn end, as you would normally do, and make a slip knot to start. So you have the longer yarn end here, and the end from your skein of yarn. And to make a foundation round, what you do is you take that longer yarn end, you wrap it around the hook, and then take the other yarn, pull it over, and pull through both loops on the hook. Show you again. You take the yarn end, pull it over the hook from the front, and then take the other yarn, pull it over. So now you have the 3 loops on your hook, and then you just pull it through, and you can see you get a much thicker stitch round than you would actually have it with a chain. Again, you put the yarn end over the hook, and then from underneath the yarn, and then pull it through both of the loops, just like this. Once you're a bit familiar with it, you can then do your foundation stitches quite easily. It takes some time until you know how to hold the yarn ends, both of them, in the same way, so you have like the right amount of tension and everything. But trust me, it's all worth it, and you create a super straight border. And as you can see, it's like super even, super perfect. And we need a total of 35 foundation stitches. So of course I didn't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So a few more. Alright, so I have my 35 foundation stitches. Looks like this. And like that, we can then leave the yarn end behind we don't need it for now. And we are now in the end of the first round, and we can then continue directly with round number 2. And usually you would then chain 1 and turn the work. We skip the chain 1 part and turn the work already, because as you can see, you get like beautiful stitches to work in, no fiddly chain stitches like you would usually have. So what we do now is right here we go up to create some sort of a fake double crochet, so we have the right height, and then continue all the way with double crochets. So we turn our work, and then we are going to work into that last stitch from the foundation round, and we go in like this. You yarn over, pull the yarn through. You now have 2 loops on your hook. You yarn over again and pull through, just like a single crochet, and then we are going to place our hook into that front loop here from the single crochet. You yarn over again, pull through, pull everything up a little bit, you yarn over again and pull through, and this is how you make that first fake double crochet to get the height. And now we can continue making our double crochets. So you yarn over, pull the hook in the stitch, pull it through, pull through 2 and pull through 2. So yarn over, get into that next stitch, yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And this you do all the way until you reach that last stitch. So here we go. Our second round is complete with all the double crochets. So now we can then start with round number 3, and here's also the first round where our pattern starts. And here we say that we turn, and then we have 3 double crochets and then a chain 3 and 5 double crochets, chain 3, and here we go. We again simply turn our work and then work a fake double crochet into that first stitch. So you pull the hook into that last stitch from the previous round, yarn over, pull the yarn through, you yarn over, pull through 2 like a single crochet, and then go into that front stitch or front loop, yarn over, pull it through, and pull everything up a little bit, and then yarn over and pull through. And like that you get a pretty even border. And then we continue with 3 double crochets into the previous stitches. 1, 2, and 3. So whenever you have a round with, whenever you're at the point where you have like 4 dog paw patterns, you always start also with 4 stitches in the beginning. Then you do a chain 3, so 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Holly is making funny noises as always when I do videos. Then we continue with 5 more double crochets, so you skip the 3 stitches down here, you yarn over and then go in the 4th stitch and make that double crochet, the first of the 5, then 4 more, then comes the second space, so from the second paw, and we have 4 in total, so we make a chain 3 for that big space, then yarn over 1, 2, 3, 4, and start again with your double crochets in that 4th stitch, then again 5 double crochets in total, I always count in my head, so when I did the scarf I always knew, okay, here I do 4, here I do 5, like this, then another chain 3, and then the next set of 5 double crochets in the 4th stitch, and then the 5 double crochets, and then we have another chain 3 for the last dog paw, and then 1, 2, 3 into that 4th stitch we continue with our double crochets, and since this is the end, it's basically the same like we started where we had 4, so here we have then 4 again to finish it off. And now we are also at the top of our first fake double crochet here. It's always a bit more downwards, but that's alright. And just work that last double crochet in. So this was round number 3, and as you can see you already have like this lower part of the dog paw, the 4 dog paws. Again we turn and we start with our fake double crochet in that first stitch. So you do a single crochet, then put the hook back into that front loop, pull it through, pull everything up a little bit, yarn over and pull through, and you're good to go with round number 4. And for this we start then with 3, and then you have a chain 1, then 3 more double crochets, chain 1, and then all the way through. So that's quite easy. So we need 2 more double crochets in the beginning, just like this. Then we have our chain 1, and then we make the 3 double crochets right into that space here. Then we make another chain 1, and then we make the next set of 3 double crochets, not in the first stitch but in the next one. So you always have to keep in mind when you do a chain 1 or the chain 3 that you would then skip the same amount of stitches from the previous round to work in. Then again we chain 1 and then 3 more double crochets into that big chain 3 space from the previous round. Then chain 1 and 3 more double crochets. Chain 1 and the next 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and again 3 double crochets. So like this, the pattern is really simple, but sometimes the most simple patterns create the most fun and joyful patterns like this. So I'm all good with simple patterns. It doesn't have to be complicated. Then chain 1 and our last 3 double crochets to finish round 4, and again the top from that fake double crochet. And here we go, round number 4. You can already see a huge part of the dog paw, and with the next round we are going to complete it. We make those 2 upper claws basically. So again we turn without chaining, and of course we start this round with our fake double crochet with the single crochet first, and then we go into that front loop again, pull it up a little bit and pull the yarn through. And for this round we again have 4 stitches, then 1 chain, 1 double crochet, 1 chain, and then again our 5. So very simple, similar to the third round. And now you can also see a bit more from the pattern, so it's quite easy to see where to put the stitches in. So in those holes here you have like double crochets, and then right before and after you have the chains, and then in the center you have the double crochet. So we can continue. 1, so the 4th one goes right into that eye here, that hole here, then we chain one and then make a double crochet in the middle of the eyes. Let's just call it like this. Then we chain one again and then into that right eye or left eye space, and just like that you completed the first dog paw. And then you can continue here with the double crochets until you reach the next space, where you then put the last double crochet from this set in, and then again chain one and then the double crochet in between the eyes, chain one again, and then into that next eye comes the next double crochet, followed by more double crochets until you reach the next space. So by now you can see that it's just super simple. You basically can't do anything wrong, and when you see the pattern that clearly, you can always use it as a reference. This is why I meant that after a few rounds you basically don't really need the PDF anymore, because by then you can tell easily what stitches are next. And you can then just relax and sit back and crochet your new fun dog paw scarf for as long as you want to have it. And the last 4 double crochets to finish round number 5 already. And here we go. You can clearly see the dog paws. I'm still surprised how simple this is, to be honest. And what's even simpler is the next round. So we won't chain. We start with a fake double crochet, just like we did in the previous rounds. Pull it up and yarn over and pull through. And round number 6 is super easy because it's just double crochets all the way through. This was round number 6, and as you can see there was a color change. It's always nice to have color changes when you have such a fun yarn. And here you can see the dog paws are now really complete, and we can then start with the next round of dog paws, and those are alternating. Everything else works basically the same. And what I did was, like, I always remembered that when I start a round with just 3 dog paws, I always start with 8 stitches in the beginning and then work in that pattern, and then in the end I have 8 stitches again, and then everything else I just remembered how I made it before, or I checked how the stitches work, and you will see that it's very easy to follow. So we go into round 7 with our next fake double crochet, and then we need eight stitches in total. So one was the fake double crochet, and then we make 7 more double crochets. Eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. And then again we start with the chain 3 spaces. 1, 2, and 3. We skip 3 stitches from the previous round and go into the 4th and work our next double crochets. And here again we have a set of 5 before we then make the next chain 3 space. Five, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 3, and then into the 4th stitch. So exactly the same like we did in rounds 2 to 6. Then the 5 double crochets, then the next chain 3 space for the lower part of the dog paw, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and into that 4th stitch, and then we have 8 double crochets to finish round 7 already. So this is definitely a pattern that works very fast. You will have your dog paw scarf done in no time, and it's pretty addictive, I have to admit. And this was the last one. So now you can see how it alternates, and you know how to go back with the fake double crochet, of course. So single crochet first, then go into that front loop, pull it up, yarn over and pull through, and then work our next double crochets for this round. What round is it? 8. We need 7 double crochets in the beginning, or if it's easier for you, you can say that you stop 1 stitch before there's the chain 3 space, and you just skip that, this one here, and chain 1, and then you have a chain 3 space. So in that you work the 3 double crochets, and then again a chain 1, skip the next one, and work 3 double crochets in between the dog paws. And skip the first one before the chain 3, chain 1, then 3 double crochets and all the way through. And there's the next color. Chain 1, skip 1, and 3 more double crochets. Chain 1, 3 double crochets in the chain 3 space. I think I could actually close my eyes now and still would make the stitches. Chain 1, skip 1, and then 7 double crochets right till the end. And here we go. I think it's clear what to do. We turn our work, fake double crochet in the beginning, and then we can already complete those next 3 dark paws. So I'm not counting at all anymore. I just continue with the double crochets, and once I reach the next space from the previous round, I make my last double crochet in there before then making the chain 1 spaces. So here we are in the first eye, then we chain 1, then 1 double crochet in the middle between the eyes, then chain 1 again, then in the second eye 8 double crochet, and all the way until I reach the next space. Here it is. Last double crochet, then chain 1, skip 1, make a double crochet in between the eyes, chain 1, skip 1, and in the second eye to complete the second paw. Then double crochet until you reach that next chain 1 space. And I can already see the end of round 9. Here we go. And double crochets right till the end. So this was round number 9, and now the second set of dog paws is clearly visible, and then to close it off we have the next super easy round, which is then just double crochets all the way through until you then reach the point where you then just repeat the rows 2 to 10. And here we go, round number 10 is complete. So basically what I had here and the written pattern is now also on my hand or in my hands. And you basically continue, just as I mentioned before, by repeating the rows 2 to 10. In my case, I wouldn't need that anymore, but you can always take it as a reference. And here's how it looks like. With the darker background, you also see those dog paws coming through, and you just continue for as long as you like until you reach your full scarf, and I meet you back to finish the end off and to add that fun twisted fringe as well. So have fun, take your time, enjoy it, and I'll see you once you have the length you want. See you. Welcome back. So I just reached the total length of my dog paw scarf, and it looks so gorgeous, and you can clearly see all those dog paws in there, and I mean the colors and the yarn is just so pretty. It got quite long, so make sure to just stop the work once you have the length of the scarf that you wish. And now I am just going to make a last round of single crochets this time, because I want to match it with the beginning where we had those foundation stitches that give like this very straight edge in the end. So I just want to do the same, and the way to do that is just by making single crochets, and we do it as we did it before with the double crochets. We don't chain one, we just go in that last stitch, pull the yarn through and make a single crochet, just like this, and we do that all the way through. Here we go. That was our last round, and as you can see, this now looks pretty similar to our starting border. And I always love to have like this full finished look from all sides. And now we are going to do the twisted fringe. I'm going to put all that aside and twist my work around. So for the twisted fringe, it's good to have some sort of measurement or something that you can relate to. I'm just going to take the pattern and place it somewhere underneath my work, because the length of the page here is going to be the length I'm going to start with the twisted fringe. And for that, you just, this is where we stopped, you just turn your work and then you just pull the loop out until you reach the height of the paper. In my case, you hold the bottom part here with your fingers like this, and then what we are going to do is that we are going to twist our crochet hook. The direction is completely up to you. You can do it towards you or away from you, just how you feel like it's easier to do it. And you can also hold the yarn here a little bit, and then you simply twist the yarn around about 30 times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now it's twisted 30 times. If you then like put it all together like this, you see it curls up, and this is exactly what we want, because now we are going in the next stitch, pull the yarn over, pull the yarn through, then we make a single crochet to close everything, and here's now our twisted fringe. It rolls up automatically. It's so fun. Let's do another one. So you hold the yarn here, then pull it out until you reach the length of the paper, hold it, and then we start again rotating 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 20, and 30. Again, if you then pull it together, you see what happens. And then again we go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull the yarn through, and yarn over and pull through 2, and that always includes our twisted fringe. So now those were the two, and by measuring it with the paper like we did it, you get like an equal length of the fringe, which you want, or maybe you don't. I'll show you one more. So you pull the yarn out till you reach the length, hold it on the right side, and then start twisting 30 times. and then again pull it together, go into that next stitch, grab the yarn, pull it through, yarn over and pull through both, and you can always then pull everything out and simply let it twist on its own because of the tension. And here we have the first 3, and I'll leave you to it and meet you back once I finished the round of the twisted fringes. And 30, and here we go into that last stitch right in here, and yarn over and pull it tight, and here we go, the final one. And just like this, we can cut the yarn, you yarn over and pull the yarn through. That's what you don't need. And here we go, we have our twisted fringe. I think it looks so fun. Too bad there haven't been any more color changes in here. Well, at least 2. But I think it's just super fun. Definitely something else than a regular fringe. Of course, you can have it longer if you want to. Just make sure to then have something to measure it with. And as you can see, they are almost all the same length. Again, it looks very organic and fun. The perfect end for our cute dog paw scarf. And now we just have to sew that end in, and we make that very basic. We are just going to go down those stitches, make sure to go through them a bit so that the yarn in the end holds in there nice and tight. That should be enough. Pull that in, and then we are going back the same way. Just to secure it. That shall do. And we can cut the yarn. So one side is complete. So cute, so pretty. And to finish everything off, of course, there's this end piece still here, and we are going to make our fringe, the twisted fringe, on this side as well. And for that, you just take back the yarn, make a slip knot, go into that first stitch right here. You can also incorporate the yarn end already, and then we are just pulling the yarn through, and in that case we would do a slip stitch to secure it, and then again you can start working on the twisted fringe. Take the same measurement and start working that twisted fringe 30 times per fringe all the way through, and once you're there I'll meet you with your finished dog paw scarf. See you. So here we go. The other side of the scarf is done with the twisted fringe. So now I have both sides finished. So cute, so much fun. And especially with our dog paw pattern. And the beautiful spring colors. And just like that, I'm ready to go outside and make all the dog moms and dog dads so jelly with my cute dog paw scarf. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed making this beautiful dog paw scarf with me, and I hope to see you again next time, only at the Totally First Crochet channel. Bye.